Hello everyone, welcome back to Elder Brain's channel where we play Torrents of the Spellhoarder. I hope I sound enthusiastic because we have great things happening with April, Joe, John and Tommy. Where I would like to ask to please introduce your characters so that our kind viewers know who you're playing, and we'll continue from where we left off last time.
All right. Well, hello. I'm April. I am playing Mayra, Deep Scar of the Azure Abyss. She is a paladin, Oath of the Open Sea.
Hi, my name is Joe, and I'll be playing Rax. He's a Worm Slayer Ranger, or also known as Raxum Smaxum, which is what his dad used to call him.
Raxum Smackimus. Excellent. I'm John. I'm playing Ko the Echo Knight, who's a turtle.
He has a wife, you know.
I'm not wondering. Ko's not wondering anything today because John's just happy.
Okay, sorry. Please continue.
If you can.
Hi guys, Tommy here. I'm playing Romelars, the Young Bronze Dragon Ranger.
Yes. So last time we left off at the caves of an unavoidable fate, which is the lair of the unspeakable
Ossias
Sontir, who is a green dragon oracle, divining the future, seeing the past, knowing it all before even it happens. And you visited him because Lord Slisandor suggested so. You are facing problems that even this very well informed, connected, noble, one of the leaders, rulers of this nation can't even resolve or answer or find those who could answer. And his question is how you could revive Ishara, the soft-spoken, who revolted against the slave taker, slave holder, Santarosian half-dragon nobles. And you added an extra question, which he sponsored, actually, with heavy chests of gemstones, which was how you could maybe find, and where you could find, Srimurgistan. I will check the names. Srimusdirjan.
Grandmama.
I was going to say grandmama.
Who is Feromelars's grandma? Because you need formidable underwater forces to combat the Sahuagin, Morgar, and everything that goes under the sea, which is not really going well for either the deep sea elves of Arvanshi and also the island of Santaros, which is basically why you are here and why you were summoned by Lord Rinovaram Shatterwind of Clan Shatterwind to lend aid and to convince the council. You've been fighting Sahuagin for a decade now. You know the threat, you know how infinite their numbers are, and these Sahuagin are different now. They are tainted with dark blood. They are infused with necrotic powers that are unknown, that were basically unknown to you and very, very surprising. You don't know yet where these powers come from, how they gain these powers, but they are definitely infused from the egg states. I mean, you saw the eggs pulsating with the black pulsating with black veins surrounding a temple of darkness, which is probably an ancient temple. So now you are here, and the Green Oracle is not easy to to bargain with. He's a mean, greedy creature. Try to take advantage of anything it could, and basically you were able to get the answers, but then he also, you feel like being led to a certain, almost like a trap, or you don't know if it's a trap or not, but he says that he divined that the only way to raise Ishara is to bring her body to the plane of life, where there is a certain place where heroes are reborn, and there is an angel who judges the soul of these heroes, and if deemed worthy, then that hero is raised and returned to life. And he says that he can take you there because he offers this, and of course you see that he is curious about seeing this place, finding this. Also, he just divined it. He didn't maybe even know about this place before. Now, one more thing that was very, very interesting about him, and which connects some of the dots and actually fills in some blank spaces from your past adventures here and previous experiences, that the Green Oracle gains divinatory powers from the same type of juice of a different color, yellow color, but definitely the same juice that you've seen with Lord Physmos actually extracting from the orb of enchantment, and what you have seen and you also possess in your pockets probably the essence of transmutation, which is probably has been distilled from the orb of transmutation. Now this is the essence of divination. It consumes it, I mean the dragon, consumes it in front of you, having probably no idea that you know what this is, and doesn't really care what you think about, you know, how he divines and how he works his magic. He consumes this, and when he comes out from the caves, you already see his eyes glowing yellow, so being infused with this energy already. But then when he does the divination for you before the actual casting of spells, he consumes one more of this essence. Now you are left to your own doings. I mean, he returns to his poisonous sulfurous cave, and he tells you that whenever you decide to go to the plane of life, he's ready to cast the spells that opens the dimensions between planes of existence and takes you there if you want to. On the other hand, you also learn, you know, where Sraimur Dirjan slumbers. And you know, Sraimur Dirjan is a Oops, we lost her. Sraimur Dirjan is a grumpy, very reserved creature. So you know that, of course, you know she's an ancient bronze, but you also know that she's not easy to deal with. Not as if any of the dragons would be easy to deal with, especially when they get older. They get more complicated. But this one, I mean, probably Faromalars knows the most about her grandma, and his grandma, I'm sorry. But you know, you heard these stories, and while you were searching and all that, and even read some ancients, like 1,000-year-old, you know, scripts about her, mentioning her name and basically describing her as a trustworthy ally when she allies with anybody, but she usually doesn't. That's what you learn. So
do I know why she's kind of grumpy? Or?
She's not interfering because she's out of flour. No, because she doesn't want to interfere. You know, you don't know why, but she doesn't interfere. So it's not being grumpy, it's just that she's very reserved and for herself. Something might have happened, you know, she has some experiences. I mean, she's probably over 1,000 years old. So 1,000 years and some 100 years, you know. So she's very, very, very old.
Okay, but she's known as a bitter.
Bitter is the right word. Yeah.
Yeah, but there must be some cause to her bitterness.
There is probably a
So
cause
I'm
to her
wondering what that
bitterness.
is.
Yep. What do you guys do?
All right.
Where are we currently? Are we on the ship heading out?
Okay. Setting the scene, you're on the ship, not heading anywhere for now. You decide where you're going. You have Karin Sarnus, the silver dragon of Lord Slisandor on the ship, and you're standing or whatever on the deck, and there is it's only Aishlin and the silver dragon with you. So Andries has stayed with Lord Slisandor, and of course the girls Hope and Liberty as well.
Strong suggestion, everyone. I
Yes,
say we
sir.
go after all. What's the name? Indicate Lars, your relative, grandma. I say we do that first. That's my vote. Also, anyone know alchemy? Look around at the group.
Ashley shakes her head. Sorry.
Like the whole science of alchemy, or just the existence?
No, anyone know how to brew potions?
No, I do not.
Always thinking about getting into it.
Oh, interesting.
Right. I'll see if I can find a book on it myself. Stop playing around with stuff.
Right.
Well, that's my fault. We go for the grandma, get
Yeah.
some allies.
I second that.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
And Mayra starts, if we're not already back there, starts making her way back to the ship.
That's what she does.
We're also pretty close to Starhaven, and
Yep. Well, Aishlin has no intentions of going back until you figure out the next step. Also, you see him being a bit moody and thinking. But let's first consider where you're going, and I'll tell you what he and others say and what happens. I'm just checking our map.
to the Silent Pearls.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you agreed on going to through the Silent Pearl. I mean, you show me which route you're taking, and I show you where you should be heading. 1 second, I'm just zooming out on all of my maps. So let's see the western part, northwestern part with Cyclone Peak and all that. You learned, Tommy shows you which islands you should be looking at. You have a quite exact, of course, very cryptic and mysterious description of where Srai Mordirjan lairs, but you can I mean, looking at the map and just thinking about it for a while, you can figure out that it should be somewhere here on the western side of these islands, the very western parts, where these cardinal fish, masses of schools of cardinal fish can be found. I would like you to decide on the route. Is it north? Is it through? Is it south? Is it which way?
So,
Quickest, most scenic.
right. So imagine
slowest.
we're pulling out the map. So we're right here. So Mayra is going to suggest that we go this way, across the top.
So 5 hexes per day. That's like 2 days. Not even 2 days. 2.5. 1.5, depending, of course, on the weather. All right. So, you pull out the rod of the unseen crew and tell
And
them.
she also makes the comment, this green dragon mentioned that in order to bring Ishara would require travel to another plane. that he has this ability. Magics, strong magics, being something that perhaps ancient dragons are more privy to. Perhaps you're looking at Lars, your grandmother. If she agrees to help us, this is something else that she's able to do. Or perhaps it's something that even Kylie would intercede and feel that she can grant access to this divine plane. Something for us to explore, as opposed to relying on this malignant creature.
Yes, my vote also is... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just said we can ask her. And
My vote...
We can pray hard.
We can do both.
My vote is that we don't go with the Green Dragon for sure.
I'm going to second that vote.
All right.
All right.
Rustle the crew and
then Aishlin steps.
Should we send back Cardinal Cruxos to ask the Lord if maybe he can acquire this magic?
Oh yes, that's a good idea, says Cutting Cruxus. And also I must inform him of the proceedings and what you have learned. This is most important to him, and I want him to know as fast as possible, if you don't mind. I'll take to the air and inform him.
And then meet us back at the western tip of the Silent Prose?
Where should we meet? If you intend to take the services of this wild green, then we should meet here. But if you have other plans, and if I find other means, then let's meet here, he says, at the caves of unavoidable fate.
Let's assume other means.
I would agree. I don't
But then
think...
come back to our humble inlet, and let's weave a plan there. Also, Ishara's body lies on the battlefield where the Battle of Songs was, in the jungle, very near to the inlet and where our estate is. I'm sure Lord Slissander would be happy to see you and consult you.
Right.
Safe travels then.
Take care, my friends, and then he takes to the air and flies away. And then Aishlin steps next to you while you are instructing. We're the very first minutes when you pull the rod and start instructing the unseen crew, and says, Mera, do you know that you're about to travel above the abysmal rift, the lair of Morgar?
Yes.
We must take a wide berth and make sure that either Gulan Traxio, the unfortunate friend who's been turned into a zombie dragon turtle, or even Morgar, takes notice.
So the route we're taking, we're not crossing over the abysmal rift. We're skirting.
We are. No, but this is very close, so I have no fear, and if I must, I'll die fighting that monstrosity, the tyrant. But, you know, it's better if we don't have to. I'm just saying.
So are you suggesting we go a wider route?
Well, yeah, actually, this is like 20 miles from there, but he's very afraid, Stis. I mean, you can sense his nervousness, you know.
So if we're moving here...
That's closer than moving here or moving here, you know. He suggests, what he says is that, look, if we move from the south, that's safer. I know the Seaward Strait has strong currents against us, but maybe it takes longer. What is a few days? What is it? An extra day, or it's probably
Or
just an
the-
extra day.
Right. Or we could just come out a little wider,
Mhm.
and that would not take as long, and it would still be a shorter trip to go this way and just give it a little bit more of a little wider berth.
Unless the
And we're not-
breath, the breath.
Right. And we're not hitting the headwinds, and we're not having to navigate all of this. And
Unless
I mean,
the
that-
breath of the ancient just stirs us and pushes us into the maws of Morgar. But it's your choice. I'm with you, whatever choice you make. I'm just telling you to be cautious about this.
when we traveled before, this is the way that we traveled. We went this way. So, I mean, we already went right by that.
You just came near to it. I mean, you came from the east. Now you intend to go on the curve of the Abysmal Rift. And that's close. I mean, he even says that, look, I don't think this is necessary. I mean, it's 100% that we will face Morgar if we go there. All I'm saying is that it's more likely than going south, And I don't really want, and he straightens himself in his beautiful seashell armor and moves his beautiful blue hair and says, look, I don't want to seem like a coward. I'm just,
We are new to these waters. We appreciate your information. Maybe as a player, can I ask, basically wherever the titles are those like the hot zones of that?
The tides? The what? I'm sorry.
So like the titles, like the Breath of the Ancients, the Abysmal Rift, like they're over certain tiles.
Those are no. Those are just areas, and you can see the currents that we drew in on the map. Right. So those make you from one direction to the other, makes you quicker or slower. But that's just natural elements. The Abysmal Rift crosses like these three hexes, and you are. All he says is that you are drawing near to the lair to the domain of Morgar, which is probably more dangerous than staying away from it.
Right. So Mayra is gonna pointing to the map is basically gonna draw the route here. Mm-hmm. We stay, we give it a wide berth.
Wide berth, okay.
But her recommendation is we still stay around this way, and then come in.
Let's count hexes. Just very briefly, and then start moving. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1 day.
5 hexes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this makes it not 1.5 day, but 2 full days, right? Depending on weather. All right. Okay. So Ashley nods.
Before that decision is made, I think Rax is going to get right up next to Mayra and whisper in her ear, "What if we just go really fast?"
Well, that's obviously the intention.
Nice.
Lars, get into the flip and flap.
Everything is so simple for Rax. Life is just simple. Alrighty, let's see some weather conditions. Anybody wants to roll?
And I think
2 d20s?
At that, Mayra is also going to approach. She's gonna head. Let's see. What do I got?
Alright, while you're looking at what you got, I'm going to roll the d20s for weather. Okay.
That's light wind, half speed.
What do you got? Well, that's first it's moderate. It Is it 10?
Light wind.
Moderate? 9 to
10?
15.
Oh, yeah,
And then
moderate.
you have light wind half speed, which is basically you need a third roll because it will take 3 days. So you slowly drift with light wind in there, but I'll tell you how it goes. What do you got? What do you got? What have you got? Lady Mera.
And then, okay. And then I counter.
Yeah. I've been doing this for 35 years. Shut up.
Do.
Doop-a-doo-doop.
Okay. So Mayra is I was trying to see if there was anything that she could offer up. No, never mind. Moving on.
Moving on. Okay,
Moving right along.
so first day, let me move your token. I'm gonna give this a bit of wider view so we can fit into the map. And moving your token 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes. It's moderate wind. You're going at full speed. Nothing interrupts your journey. When you reach this current, it tries to push you into the abysmal rift, but you navigate it. There's nothing that would slow you down, and it's all nice. At the evening when you're eating, Aishlin brings up a certain other concern of his. He goes, do you have any doubts about the efficiency of raising Ishara? If if you do this for Lord Slissendor, and of course his followers. I mean, when I talk about him, for the movement, for the children of the Kuffle, do you have any doubts that this would be helpful at all? Would this affect their morale so well that they could literally change the status quo? I mean, I'm from the deep. I've never lived among these half dragons, but all I know about them is that they are ruthless, powerful. Ruthless, right? Ruthless. Powerful and very, very aggressive against anybody who opposes them. I mean,
Is he addressing the table?
yeah, like everyone there. Yeah, like all 4 of you. It's him and 4 of you because nobody else is there on the ship.
Just looking around to see if anybody else answers.
Do you have doubts?
I do. That's why I'm raising my concern.
I'm sure it can't hurt.
Here's what I think. Go ahead, Co. I didn't mean to interrupt you. If you would have opened his mouth, I wouldn't have jumped in.
Go's still thinking it over.
Right. Here's what I think. I think it's going to be up to the individual people. I think we can raise this. What is she again? What was she?
Ishara, her name?
Yeah. Was she a dragon? What was she?
No, she's an elf.
Yeah. Right. So
She's a poet.
Right, we raise this, but poets are useless. Let's be honest. But let's say we raise this poet, right? This old bard. She come back. What a miracle for the believers. But it's going to be up to the people to decide what they want to do with it. You can only hand all the tools for a revolution, but it takes people that are willing to die to make it happen.
Yeah, but it's not
So
like...
if you're not willing to die,
It's not
if
like...
you're not willing to what?
I'm
If you're
sorry.
not willing to take out a shovel or whatever you got, take up your shovel and go in and just do it now. Raising some dead elf back from the grave ain't going to change much. You've got to have the moxie and the drive to do it right now. You may not have all the tools for success, But unless you're willing to go grab that shovel and do it right now,
But it's not like opening
raise
a
it-
clam, you know.
and
it's-
raising some dead elf ain't going to do it. But I do think it will light the spark enough for people who are willing to do it to show other people how they can do it. And then it's going to be up to them to do it. That's what I think.
He tries to follow you. Yeah, and then nods. Okay.
I think I definitely have to agree with Rax that a watery tart back from the grave with a brandishing sword is no basis for a system of government.
The lady of the lake. So good. I think it's great. I think it's great that we're going to do this. I think it's important to the children of the couple, but they have to be willing to do it without for it to reach a conclusion that they want.
But you're
I
talking about the end result. I'm talking about
talking
the
about-
whole
I'm
package. You're going to trust this green dragon to take you there to a plane of life. I mean, that's
No, we don't
these
trust the
are
green dragon for
these are
Aisling, please,
yes.
perhaps you missed the conversation where everyone was in agreement that
No,
we had
I
no
understood. I
intention.
understood. You want to look for other ways. I understand.
Yeah. Nobody trusts that green dragon. I'm
Okay.
just saying, look, I'm a fan of raising this elf, but our first priority has to be to build allies for this Morgoth stuff.
Okay.
we're
Of
gonna go
course,
get-
of course, he looks like, of course, and I appreciate, and I hope your grandmother is going to join us. Join
And
our
even if she
cause.
doesn't, don't he deserve to meet his grandmama?
Of course, he does. Everybody deserves.
Oh, but
to
she's
be
real
there.
sweet.
Let's just hope. Let's just hope she's sweet.
That's not what you first told us. Looks at Fermalars.
Don't take that weird sweet.
Okay,
Cole,
second.
what will you-
I'll
curious.
be sweet. As sweet as I can be.
You're very sweet.
Mangoes
You're
and
very-
yams we ate so many days ago.
That's right. All I know about when it comes to how you taste for dragons is don't eat bananas
Oh,
before meat. They can sense the level of sweetness in your blood. Don't do it.
What
Oh,
about-
question for the royalty. Looking at Cohen and Mayra. Question for the royalty. How do you feel about uprisings and revolutions?
it all depends on the uprising and revolution. I mean, if it's against evil leadership, that's good. If it's against good leadership that cares for the people, that's bad.
Right.
I'm
Well,
not
I'll bring it.
royalty.
But at this point, though, sort of, right?
No.
No. I mean, you've got the Kylie's champion badge that get you in a lot of doors. People would rally, and they do, around you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about uprisings?
I believe that the fight for freedom and people's right to be free is paramount. Those people are slaves.
We,
They have no choice, and they should have the right to choose for themselves.
they share the same faith as our people, my people do. I totally understand. It was just, we take our swords, we go risk our lives and find ancient bronze dragons and we will fight with our weapons until our last breaths and free the people of Arvenshi from the oppression of Morgar. But then would raising a poet be efficient the same way? That was all my thoughts, but you answered my questions, and I hope they will succeed like we will against Morgar. Because we will! He stands up and the wind blows his bright blue hair and he raises his hand with a cup and says, "Let's drink to a future success together." So, one more day passes. You go, and the wind kind of dies out, and you go slow. So Rex becomes a bit impatient with the pace.
There's
But
got to be some chemicals around here I can start mixing to learn all this stuff.
Before you do the chemical things, we should just spar some, get some of that extra energy out.
I agree. Yeah.
Let's not get into alchemy before we get the books.
Oh, you know what I would like to make? I would like to make some potions that do some cool stuff. And I don't know what that is. Maybe some cool stuff that like change your eye color, or make your hair set on fire, or
grow your
give
hair.
you like jelly fingertips, you know, so you can't pick nothing up for a little bit, and it's kind of fun. You know, potions,
You
real
could have
proper potions.
You could have a little kids shop where they could buy,
Yeah.
buy the little trinkets, and you could laugh as they
Yeah.
break each other. I like that.
I'm pretty sure
make
Hope
your
and Liberty
fingers
would
real
love this.
sticky for stealing stuff, or give you gills on your feet so you can breathe through your feet. You know, you put your feet in the water and breathe through them. You know, all kind of stuff. You can do anything with potions. I feel like potions unlock the secrets of the universe, and yeah, maybe that's what I do now. Maybe I'm a potions lad, eh? Maybe that's what I do.
After we put down this, false god, let's find some books and let's do some research.
I think that's a great idea.
My sister knows a bit about magic. She might be able to help you out a little bit.
Oh, that sounds good. It sounds
No,
great.
she wasn't too much into potions.
Yeah.
She knows her skill.
I think that's my retirement plan. After I write this next book, kill a few more dragons,
Yeah.
and get my place, my summer home built up. Maybe start a little alchemy shop in town that I can do on the side just for fun. Whip up potions for stuff, right? Cure-alls and ailments. I know what I'll do. I'll come up with something that just tastes good. It just tastes real good. Tastes like lemon, a little bit of lemon and olives, and I'll put it in a bottle, and I'll call it my fix-all. Rex's fix-all. This'll do it. That's the tagline. This'll do it. And then whatever ailment you've got, I guarantee it's going to solve. Headaches, back pain, the scratchies, the wiggly wheels, all that stuff. It will help all of it. And I'll sell it as a bottle. One cure-all. That's it. Beautiful. And I'll go town to town doing it.
Okay.
You want it? If you want to get in on this action, there'll be a small fee that you can pay me once a month, and I'll give you a collection of your own that you can sell. I'll get a small portion of what you sell, but the real trick is going to be you finding other people to work under you, and you have your own business. So it's going to be brilliant, mate. This is exactly what the world needs. More business people.
Okay. Well, I was
set
going
up.
to say and remind you that you probably will be pretty wealthy once we're done with this. But if this is your dream of starting businesses, I mean, like, there may be places.
Yeah.
I know a few.
I mean,
people.
the best investment you can make is in yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, and yours will be alchemy once we're done with this.
Yeah, we can call it alchemy at this point. It's really just some juice that tastes good and make you feel good about yourself.
But then you're going to get an uprising of the customer if the really
Nah, they can't find me. I'll be gone.
But you just asked us about good and bad uprising. Come on now.
Yeah, well, look, people need a cause, right? I'm happy if at the end of the day what I do is provide them with a reason to unify. I'll feel good about myself as long as I'm not within the vicinity of it.
So wait, you just volunteered to be the unifying force of all the people versus having to raise this dead poet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like after all this,
No, right now. We need it right now, though.
I do think the cure-all has to do something. I'm starting to think about this.
Okay.
Maybe a bit of alchemy. Maybe it, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I think the plan is solid. And, it's shaped like this with me at the top and then more growth as we go.
Okay. It has potential. We have time to think about it.
Yeah, we should get Myra in on it.
In the next day, you see these plans from Rax being drawn out, these pyramid schemes, and he comes up with new ideas of payback, and you get your share from those who give you, but you also give me, sort of set up, and it kind of seems to explode when you think about it. So, and he gets really excited about the idea. But soon you see some islands next day, and you come closer to the what's this? The western tip of the Silent Pearls.
At this, Mayra is going to take a sea green glass bottle that she's found down in the hold. And she has been writing on a parchment with seawater a prayer to Kylie for thanks of the safe passage, and continued fortune in our quest of this pursuits of freedom and liberation for all. And Mayra's going to roll up the scroll, put it inside the bottle. She's going to take one of the coins among the masses of coins that we found, and the one that came from the bottom of the sea that probably has some like tarnish around it from being in there, and put it inside the bottle, cork the bottle, and then she's at the back of the ship and offering her prayers out to the goddess.
So as you speak the words of the prayer and you see the bottle flowing, of course it has some air in it, or you fill it up with water?
So that's a good point.
Yeah, I was thinking of how to imagine it.
Yeah, I mean, it has the coin is probably not enough to weigh it down. So yeah, she would make sure that there was some water in it so that it will sink.
Okay, so you drop it in, it sinks slowly, and then you say the words of your prayer, and a thought just comes into your mind, and that's that you are probably, you don't know where this place is, but you are very close. You've heard the northern tip, and it's actually marked on your map. The northern part of the Silent Pearls is where the Syndicate of the Mind Masters lair. These Abellaths that have been the masters of Lord Baron Ophismus. You continue your journey. Let me know if you want to do something about this. But you continue your journey, and you cross here between these little islands and come near to the shores and to the section of the sea between the Cyclone Peak and the northern western northern edge of the Silent Pearls, and look into your spyglass, going up probably the top of the mast, looking into your spyglass just to cover a large area. I'm sorry. While you are going in, you see a ship coming your way, like not your way, but like going on its own way, but past you. Okay.
Which way? Can you point it?
Yeah, one sec. I just need to go back. So it goes like between, why do I do this? With a pointer. So it goes like this way, right? Like going this way. You're coming in, they're going like here and to the south probably. It's a ship, you see from your spyglass, it is a white dragon ship. It's absolutely white, and it doesn't turn your way, or it just maybe raises a flag of friendly passing by, signaling that.
Okay.
If it raised a flag and signaled, then respond in kind with the same signal.
You turn and point the rod to the signal pole and the main mast, and this I don't know, wide blue flag just ties itself on the rope and goes up and like blows out in the wind, and then this ship is going south and its way. I mean, by going south, I mean it goes on its way. Soon, On your in your spyglass, you see something very, very interesting. It is a little sailboat. Not even a ship, just a little one-mast sailboat on the sea, far from the shores, but in this area. Its sails are lowered, and you can see movement on it. It's one person, but it's like it's quite spottable. I mean, a chunky guy there, moving on the top of the ship or the sailing boat. And this boat stands in one place, sails lowered.
The only thing Rax is doing with any of these ships is keeping a low profile and friendly lean against the side of the ship, and
But you are just setting distances. You are far. This is from the mast with the spyglass, so you spot him way before he does you. He sees like 3 miles. You see like 80 miles in the distance. Okay. So he doesn't even know you're coming, and it's a small
80
ship.
miles means 4 hexes.
Okay, so then, you see him from 10 miles because that's when you pull the spyglass, but still, you see him way before he does. What do you guys do? And there's nothing, I mean, there's nothing else, no indication of what's the fish? Cardinal fish?
We should look for the fish.
Which you must find. That's the most concrete thing you can relate to this, to Sraimordirjan's lair.
So we should look for the fish.
Noticing the ship, I make the suggestion of, do you think we risk to see if he's local and maybe knows where these fish may swim and live and habitate?
Could ask, or could just look for the fish ourselves.
Or do we just look for the fish?
Right. Go over to the side of the ship. And actually, that's right. I'm a Triton. Dive into the water.
Yeah.
Go find local sea wildlife. And I can communicate with any
that says a
beast
swim
that's swimming.
speed.
Right. It can understand me. I won't be able to understand them, but communicating through and start asking for that. And if that doesn't work, then but anyway, we'll go that route first.
But you can do this as many times as you want. So I mean, you can communicate and does that, or you have like.
Yeah, no, it's just that's just an innate trait.
Okay, so you jump into the water and the foam around you clears and you start swimming swiftly around the ship in circles, wider and wider, and you of course you spot wildlife, and as you go lower, like I don't know, 100 feet, 200 feet deeper, you swim by some fish and you ask them, can you show me to cardinal fish? Can you take me to some do you know where the cardinal fish live? I mean, it's not
Take me to your leader.
Yeah, it's probably you're not expecting an answer, so you're like, you can take me to take me to where the cardinal fish live, and you can see many of these fishes just, because you can do this as many times as you want. You can see them, start swimming in a direction, and when you don't follow, they just mingle around, and you ask another one, and they all point, to a direction, and you think you could be taken to where the cardinal fish live,
Right.
And actually, that point is right where the sailing boat is, which is probably important.
Okay. All right. Let's while I'm down there. So how far away is that in miles?
10. I said it, so I will stick to it.
Let's go ahead and move closer.
The ship?
And so the intent here, I have commune with nature. It's a 5th level spell. You briefly become one with nature and you gain knowledge of the surrounding territory. You get knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, perfect. I'll tell you.
Okay, you instantly gain knowledge up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects as they relate to the area: terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals or peoples, powerful celestials, fays, fiends, elementals, influence from other planes of existence, buildings. So obviously what the idea is there is once we get kind of into that narrowed area of where we're going to anticipate the lair to be, based on the cardinal fish and the rocky dome that we're looking for, because that's what the layer is supposed to be under, go ahead and use commune with nature to hopefully hone in on where mama is, as well as if there's any other dangers, traps, monstrosities, things that would be around that.
My only question is if you take the ship or if you swim underwater.
No, I mean and that's important too, right? She'd come back up to the surface, and obviously letting everybody know, hey guys, this is what I'm up to, and why we're doing this, and we're trying to get us to the lair and figure out what's going on over there, and follow me and stuff.
And Toby, the sailboat is next to the shore.
I thought it was you said it was a white dragon ship?
No,
that's gone.
That passed.
That's gone.
Oh, okay. There's a
This
different.
is
a small sailing
one
boat
person
on the
sailing
water.
over the guy on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, again, I don't understand. You want to go in the water, all 4 of you, or with the ship, get close?
No, I think Mayra's the only one, and the only reason Mayra's in the water is because I'm talking to wildlife.
Yeah, okay.
And
So
then
you
when we
climb
get
up and
to commune with the nature, she doesn't need to be in the water for that, but she probably would, given her association with a.
So you take the ship closer, and the direction is the sailing boat, and there's the guy spots the sailing boat on the horizon. He stays put. He doesn't raise the sails or whatever, and you get closer. You're in like 2 miles from him, still quite a distance, but you can see the sailing boat, he can see you, and then you start, you jump into the water. I mean, Mayra jumps into the water and starts praying and casting commune with nature, and your senses just melt with the water around you, and you become one with the water in a huge area, like as if it was your own body. You could feel each part of it, and you can feel the terrain and the flora and fauna in this area, and you can sense all kinds of animals, of course, everywhere, and all kinds of Terran features. But what you're looking for is basically, you can see that as the cliffs come down from the surface and from these islands and are below water, 350 feet below the surface, you can sense that there are fissures and cracks on these rocks, and below them is a magnificent cave, a gigantic cave filled with corals and nature, and lots of cardinal fish in there. Okay, schools, many schools of cardinal fish. You can see them swimming around. You can sense them. Swimming around this rocky terrain, like munching on the whatever munchables cardinal fish munch on. But but you know that, and you can sense them swimming through these fissures, which are suitable only for a tiny creature, and going into this underground cave, beautiful underground world, which is full of underwater plants, fish, and mostly cardinal fish. That's what you sense. Also, you sense this sailing ship right above this, but exactly above this fissured area. I mean, the fissures are located at one section, and this ship and the person on it, because you can see there's one person on it only, is right above this place. It's 350 feet below sea level. And then you open your eyes and it all comes back to your normal senses, like seeing, hearing, touching.
But no dragon.
No dragon, and your spell doesn't detect dragons, so no dragon, cardinal fish everywhere.
It does say prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples.
What do we mean by prevalent?
Of note.
Of note?
Noteworthy.
Noteworthy?
A size bigger than an acorn.
But it's all cardinal fish.
Okay. Okay. All right. Get back on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
There's a large cave directly below here, several hundred feet down. Swarms of cardinal fish through the fissures. And that individual, and indicate the little sailing ship with some person in it, is directly above it.
Does your
I think.
Okay, that was my question. Do you think it's noteworthy or not?
Right. Go ahead and move the ship up alongside of this little sailing.
I guess that's a yes.
I mean, we're so close that there's no way he's not aware of us. If he's.
Oh no, Co had asked if you think the cave is noteworthy.
Oh no, I was meaning the ship and him being above it.
Oh, the ship and him being above. Sorry, I was confused. Got it.
You're good.
Right. Well, let's roll on up, say hello, and then go for a swim.
Seems like a plan.
Okay. Again, very important. You realized and you felt and you seen and you experienced that these fissures are traversable only by tiny or smaller creatures.
Oh.
Okay? That's how these fish swim in, and then it's a big cave inside. Now, you go...
So,
yep.
Actually, so that being the case, that we know that the cave is there, I'm going to do one more divination spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. Wow, that's an interesting feature of that spell.
What?
Running water at least 10 feet wide blocks a direct path. It blocks the spell.
There is no running water here.
There's no running water?
No. I researched that in detail because of vampires. And running water is river, stream. It's not the ocean, right? Maybe you could consider a current running water, but that's probably DM dependent. But
okay,
a
so
lake or the ocean or a sea is not running water.
Okay, you don't consider this running water. Fantastic. So I'm going to cast Locate Creature.
Excuse
now
me?
that we've found the
Locate
cave.
creature.
Locate creature.
Yeah, since the cave is 350 feet below and Locate Creature has a range of 1,000 feet.
Yep.
Yeah. And all you have to do is name a creature.
Uh-huh. So you need to swim close. Do you swim close?
I don't have to swim close. It's
1,000
within
feet.
1,000 feet. And
Yeah,
this
but
is
you're 2
350.
miles now.
Yeah, but we said, Gabi, we go close.
Oh, you go close. But let's deal with that first, okay? Because you take the ship close,
Okay.
and there's this sailing boat, and,
Right.
And you can see a guy on on the top of the ship. Please roll a perception check. As you come close, he hides something. Oops. April broke off. We'll return her, but all the rest of you, please roll a perception check.
Gladly.
19.
19 is nice. Let's see if somebody can confirm this with the others.
That's a big 19.
Oh yeah,
21.
21 and 19 and 19. And where's April? I'm missing April. I need my April.
April will be back in just a moment. She rolled an 18.
Oh, that's cool. I would like to put her
Her
back on
her
the
stream
on the
died, so she's getting a bit of a reset going on.
Okay. So you all see that this person, and I will repeat this for April. This person hides a certain something which looks like this. Okay, like a golden rod with embedded gems on it, like lots of gems. You can't miss anything like this. He hides this
The guy hides this
item in his clothing, which is also okay. April is back.
Sorry about that, guys.
No problemo. So the guy, you all spot the guy, who I will show you in a moment, putting this golden gem inlaid rod into his very curious clothing, which looks like an armor, but a very strange armor. I will show you now. This is the guy. Oh, he even has it in his hand. Where to put him? So this is him. You see him well? Let me show to the kind viewers. Now. Oops. I moved too much. Okay, he's this bearded guy in this armor with tubes on it and bolts on it and valves on it, and he just expects you to come closer and speak. All he does is hides this and looks at you
and waits. But before we get there, April casts her spell.
April jumps and casts her spell. I guess she doesn't wait for the interaction, right? Or you interact with him first?
I think as soon as we're close, I think she would go ahead and cast. We can continue to talk, but the main focus is trying to locate and make sure, we have the knowledge.
So you cast the spell, and you speak the name Sraimur Dirjan, and you can feel the presence of Sraimur Dirjan, and it's coming. Sraimus Dirjan, I'm sorry. I hope she doesn't get offended. And you can feel her presence in this. Within the rock, in this cave that you sensed. Actually, you can locate, like, there, right?
Right. You locate it.
Yeah, you can.
It does say, so for awareness, if the creature is in a different form, such as being under the effects of a polymorph spell, the spell will not locate the creature.
Oh, okay. But then you don't feel its presence. Thank you for the meta.
How do we undo that knowledge?
So she's not here. Undo. She's not here. Locate creature. Hey, she's not here.
Okay.
Maybe she woke up.
But then you all roll an Arcana check.
I assume I know how my spell works.
No, it's not about your spell. It's about dragons.
Right, but I'm aware of the fact that the spell, that if the creature is not, and I do know that Lars, and because we've had that conversation that bronze dragons can polymorph.
Yes, so that's not roll those dice now.
Right, because we talked to Lars about that at the beginning. His Rax, in his ever-present curiosity, said, "Hey, I know that some dragons can do this. What about you, Lars?" So Lars did talk about dragons being able to change
either
shape.
beast or humanoid.
Yeah. So I will say I cannot detect your grandmother. However, I do also know that if she has changed shape, or perhaps there is something else, such as the presence of these fish that mask her.
She's sleeping with the fish.
She's sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah.
Then the spell would not be effective. So
What if one of us just changes our own shape, and then we just swim down that little hole, take a look?
Do we talk to the gentleman first and then see if he may have...
Oh, he's just fishing or whatever. He's not doing nothing. Wave at the guy.
he waves back and smiles. Hello.
Well, right. Now that you've initiated contact, maybe we should be polite and talk to the gentleman.
Let's just ask him directly. Oi!
Hello.
You seen any dragons?
No dragons here. Luckily.
What's that you got there? What's that thing?
What thing?
Is that thing for dragons? The stick, the big gold stick you got.
Come here! Or I go there!
No, what?
I come to you!
You're gonna come fight us?
No! Okay, he just waves that you come to him. Come over
And now
here!
I will back out of the conversation and let the more well-spoken of us take over from here. I've done my part.
Initiating the conversation.
I'm a bridge builder, I am.
Yeah, a connector of people. So, yeah, he's just standing there waiting for some easier communication. He's in this bulky armor, with valves and tubes and everything. And he can't really come over. You can even spot with these high spot checks that he's connected to some. With the tube, he's connected to some mechanism with a big wheel on it and stuff like that.
I think once we noticed him and we were moving close, Ko would have gone down and gotten a little gift basket prepared of just a few little supplies.
Cute.
I love this direction.
Kawaii.
Fresh water,
Kawaii
a little bit of goods, just to kind of hey, we're
Yeah,
friendly.
so you're navigating the ship closer. Ask Mara to do so, and the ship just swiftly goes next to it without crushing this little sailing boat. And
If Ko's coming by with that basket, I think Rex. Oh, wait. He's gonna put a little bottle in the basket that just says "It'll do it" on it, and it's stoppered from some stuff he found down in the kitchen, and it's just like lemons in water, shaken it says "shake"
it will
on it. But
Rex's
Rax is
ailment.
It's just called "It'll do it," and a little wax seal on top. Oh,
So Ko, knowing after this conversation, telekinesisly raises it up. Okay, we are giving a man that we've never met something. We need to be fully honest and good
Yeah.
This is not going to cause us problem as he shakes it in front
I'm
of
not-
Rack.
You can
Listen,
see
I'm
the
not-
pieces of
I
lemon
know-
in the water, right?
I'm not
I
going to say anything about it. Or just give it to him. And if he's like, "Oh, what's this?
We're
Delightful,"
trying
we'll
to
say,
make friends,
Oh,
Rax. You're not going to cause a problem with that, right?
No, there's no magic in it. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's my concern, but I like it as he slowly puts it. Uses telekinesis to put it at the bottom of the basket.
He's gonna love it.
Okay, but maybe we do entrepreneurial things when we're not trying to make new friends.
We don't have to talk about it. Right now, we're just testing flavors.
Okay. We should do that sometime, anyways, because that sounds like fun. So go to the edge of the boat, and we have an offering.
There's this huge net on the side of the ship, and then you just hold this thing in your whatever arm, and then climb down. You're this big, bulky, muscle turtle, armored and with a crystal longsword on your side and dangling, and you walk. You climb down, and he steps back a bit, and then you land on his ship, jumping over, and he says, "Hello. My name is Aimson Dulch," and he offers a hand. "Who are you?"
I'm Ko, and we're here exploring, and an offering of peace and good tidings, and kind of just hands over, and like I said, get some fresh this and that.
That's surprising. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you.
I lean over the side of the ship.
grapes. Oh, he looks up. He looks up at the dragon head, and then Rax's face and Mara's, and Yoko and him looks up, and
there's
he,
no
he
crew
waves.
on
He
the
waves. There's no crew yet, and he goes like, "Where's your crew?"
Magic aids us greatly within our ship.
Oh, amazing.
Yes, we live in good ages today.
Okay, so let me explain why I'm here and who am I, who I am. Again, my name is Aimson Dulch, and I come from the mainland. I'm a treasure hunter. I have means of finding treasure, and well, I think I finally found the treasure I've been seeking, but it's too deeper than I ever dived before. And he shows his suit and says, "This is a diving suit I built." I have this helmet, and shows you there's a helmet lying around, like a heavy diver suit helmet.
Yeah. Does the knock on his own helmet?
And this whole apparatus with the air supply and the mechanism to lower me. I can go down, but this is deeper than I ever went. My deepest is 250 feet, but this one is like 350 feet. It could be a sunken ship or some deep sea elf ruins. I'm not sure, but I tell you what, I'll split the treasure with you even. So you all take half and I take other half, or even. I'm sorry, he says even. I mean, we split it all even. If you help me with the whole. It's always good to have diving mates to watch your back when you're going this deep. So I would be honored to work with you on this one. Are you available for this little dive here? And looks at Mara, and of course he immediately recognizes a bronze. I mean, you have the capacity to dive deep. Looking up at
and we may be able to aid you in some ways. My first concern is some of what we're here for versus what you're here for. Do you know any of the lore of the area, or I'm concerned the treasure that you may have heard of may be someone's that would violently protect it.
Well, I've
What
been
a
here.
beautiful way to phrase that.
I've been here for a day or two now, and nothing came at me. Luckily, I have this magic wand. Actually, you seem like a nice person. I can tell you about it. and I can sense treasure.
Oh, that
The wizard who
that's
sold me
lovely.
told me that it can detect treasure in a mile radius, worth at least 1,000 gold pieces,
Oh,
and
excellent.
that's how I work.
Our lore brings us here with the search for a dragon ally and a
Oh,
powerful dragon.
oh,
I'm a little
he
concerned
gets he
you
gets a
may
bit
be peeing
nervous.
off of some of its hoard.
Oh,
Um,
I don't want to deal with those.
okay.
Then I'll be off.
Well,
That's scary.
well, don't feel that you have to run away. I mean, an ally is an ally, and then some adventure and exploring and an encounter
No,
with
no,
a
it's
great.
okay. It's okay. I don't do that kind of stuff. And also,
Oh,
you don't seem like locals, but you might know that dragons and half dragons rule over these lands.
yes, we have encountered.
So yeah. Well, thank you for the basket and all.
Well, just for your own safety, like,
You know, there's
do
a
you,
dragon lair below us.
well, I don't know, but our
Ah,
search in the area brings us for finding a dragon ally, and dragon and horde, a great treasure seem to go hand in hand in most of my experience. What about yours?
yeah. Well, you know what? Choose my targets very carefully. The least deadly, the better.
Yes,
And
I like that.
and uh, and well, this magic wand doesn't tell me more than it's within a miles radius, and it's over 1,000 gold pieces worth. Actually, I got lucky. I was sailing, and I can do this a couple of times a day, and I tested it, and I just had to stop when it showed me the treasure below. Of course, I'm always cautious and try to explore the area. I found no threat here. There's lots of cardinal fish. That's
Oh,
that.
good. Yeah, that
But
that
if it's
fits
a
within
dragon's
our lore.
lair, I'm just gonna take my ship back to the Sea of Scales, hopefully avoiding any of the pirates.
Well, I mean, you're welcome to stay close to us, even if you don't want to explore underneath. Stay close to us and maybe find a little bit of protection versus
Well, that
being
would
out
be
on the open.
fantastic, because for me it's a week's journey back. I can.
Now, to be fair, we are adventuring and doing several other things, but
But you're
to keep
not
someone safe.
returning.
But you sure you wouldn't want to come with us and maybe meet a dragon?
Um, well, there's no fighting involved, and if this is an ally of yours,
Well, we don't
This
know
is a
yet.
good idea. We might need a distraction.
look, I can't stay.
Okay.
Look, I can't stay too long on the water
Okay.
with this apparatus. I don't have the mean. I don't have other means. I would be
Okay.
happy, but I think I'm good. Actually, I'm good. I'm good here.
Well,
And
we'll give you the information when we decide, but we try to do good and keep people safe.
good to hear. I'm happy you didn't attack me. Your sword looks very dangerous.
Most pointy things are. I mean, like you could do some damage with that little wand, in the right circumstances too.
Oh yeah. Well,
Wait. Before you
Yep.
leave,
oh, you're frozen.
how much treasure did your magic stick detect?
Oh, it just tells me if it's worth more than 1,000 gold pieces, and if it's within a mile. Nothing else.
That's all.
That's all.
Hearing this again, Ko would probably say it might be good, even though it pings that to find some lore of the area before you just go taking. You don't want to make enemies where you don't have to. And then Ko would get back up on the ship.
Yeah, well, I'll be staying here, and if you could, if you decide after meeting your ally, if you're going back to the Sea of Scales, I would be happy to accompany you. I will probably slow your journey down, but I would be really thankful because these waters are quite treacherous, of course. So,
Okay. Yeah. Well, we have sailed them much and have encountered much.
Yep.
And go back to our ship and to see what we need to do.
Okay, I'll be here. And thank you for the grapes and the apples. Also, what is this bottle here? Oh,
well, I'm
lemon
glad-
juice. It does it all, or what does it say?
No. It just
It
says
works. It works.
it's called yeah, it'll do it.
It'll do
works. Yeah. And it's look, it's a little gift, something we're developing. And,
He looks up at
sort
you
of,
while you're shouting now.
Yeah, you enjoy it,
Mhm.
and it'll make you feel better, just in general.
Is it magic?
Huh?
Is it magical?
Enjoy it.
Okay.
It's good for you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. He pops it and then thinks, smells into it and lemon juice, and then he drinks it. And you look back as you climb. You look back, being afraid that maybe he turns into something, or maybe purple, hair grows on his nose or whatever. But nothing happens, luckily, and you climb back.
I forgot it. Rax has the aboleth juice, doesn't he? Still.
Yeah. just for the flavor. Just a drop of aboleth mucus in it.
Bring your mind. Rax is now in the business of hawking psychedelics.
Poor April dropped again, but she'll be back. Please decide on what you're doing.
Hearing, hearing what we heard, I think we need to prepare to dive and maybe find an entrance.
Yeah, we gotta do this, right?
Well, you got the entrance, and you don't need to find it. It's fitting into it because it's tiny sized creatures that can go through it. So that's the challenge here.
Do we have? We don't have means, do we?
I can summon Sir Pigismund.
I checked Sir Pigismund already because I knew it would come up, and he's small.
And we need tiny.
You need tiny. Or you can call her out.
Or we can shout real loud.
That's, I guess, in talking to everyone here, my thoughts is: do we go down and bow graciously to the entrance, put maybe a gift offering, and see if she comes to meet us?
Okay, let's stop here for a second. So, gift offerings. Ossisian's Frontier took 10,000 gold pieces for answering your question, okay? That's the level we're talking here. And he is not an ancient one, right? He's an adult green. So we're talking 10, 20... It's really costly if you want to make a proper donation.
Right. Co at this point is not thinking of proper, but we're here, we have information, thoughts, Oh, you okay? Oh, is that Rax or Joe?
That's
Both.
That's Rax doing this.
No, okay. Yeah, yes, Rax.
I have an idea. Mayra,
Yes.
you can command aquatic life, right?
No.
Damn it.
But he was so into it.
Can you
What were
please
your
with...
thoughts?
Well,
What were
look,
your
it's what... Yeah, right. So, I have this thing I can do. I don't like to do it, but I can do it. Where I can reach out to a creature, and I can see through its eyes, and hear through its ears, and see what it sees, indicated by seeing through its eyes. I've already explained it, but if someone can command the creature to do a thing, then I can see what it sees. So, if Mayra can talk to one of these fish and be like, go inside the spooky damn cave, then I can see through its eyes and tell us all about what's inside.
Sure. Yes.
So,
I can
with
communicate.
the-
I can communicate.
Yeah, see? And they love her because she's,
Didn't
she's
you
their
talk-
queen.
Didn't you talk to dolphins?
What's that? Yeah, but you know, I'm not good at doing two things at once. And this is its own thing.
Okay,
It
so
doesn't give me control of the thing, but allows me to see what it sees.
Let's take a swim.
Mara could tell one of the fish to swim in, of course, a tiny one, not like a barracuda or whatever, and you could see through its eyes, casting what's the name of the spell or power or
It's called beast speech.
speech, and you do this.
Well, before
yeah.
we get to that point, Ko's etiquette would kick in hard. I like the idea, but dealing with a ancient dragon that can change shape, would it be offended if it was polymorphed and you enter into it?
He's not entering into the dragon. He's entering into the fish.
It's just
But
he
Just
can't even
deliver
speak.
enough
He can only see.
I'm just going to see through the fish's eyes.
Right, but if it is a dragon that has polymorphed to a fish,
Into a fish.
and you just jump in magically, it might be offended.
It
That
might
is
be,
my
and that's
concern.
not a bad thing. I'll tell you why. Because then we'll know.
Then we'll have its attention.
Yeah, but also you
then we'll
can
have it.
just to ease your problem there. You can see fish swimming in and out. I mean, this is a habitat of.
No, John's saying, what if the fish itself is the dragon that's been
Wow.
But the fish
polymorphed?
is in the cave.
The dragon is no. You don't know where the fish.
No, we don't know.
You don't know,
Yeah.
but it's slumbering. So any fish that's awake is probably not the dragon, right?
Mayra,
Ko
let's
Ko
do
does
this.
not want to offend. Like his nobility is kicking in hard of if.
Yeah.
But if.
So you raise the
That's a
concern.
very good consideration.
All right.
Mara speaks to one of the actual cardinal fish. Who are,
We all go in the water.
you
I guess,
all
right?
dive in and you go very close to this rocky surface, covered in sea plants and seaweed and corals and whatnot. And Mara swims swims in the middle of a school of cardinal fish, and they all stop. You know, they don't. Go ahead.
To cast the spell, I'm going to boop one of the fish.
They don't go away. They all turn towards Mara, and she just smiles at them, and bubbles come out of her mouth, and she says in Aquan, "Please, you little one, go in there," and then you bloop that little fish, which scares from you for a bit, but then you can see your eyes go hazy, and you can see yourself, in a fish eye camera view style, and the fish just turns away from you and looks at Mara and swims around her. Then you see yourself again and the others, and then it starts swimming into the fissure, and it's not long before it exits the fissure inside, and the fissure leads into an awe-inspiring undersea cavern whose interior unfolds as a magnificent spectacle of life and beauty. It's the vast undersea cave reveals a mesmerizing expanse teeming with colorful and bioluminescent coral reefs, vibrant sea flora, and a diverse array of aquatic creatures gracefully navigate its depths. You can see it's beautiful. There's light from this luminescent bioflora, and you can see lots of fish swimming in there. Lots of cardinal fish, but other fish as well. And it's huge, and you don't see a dragon in there. And then the fish, how long does your spell run?
Oh,
What's the duration?
long enough to get on out of here. No, it lasts for about an hour.
An hour. All right. Well, it swims around. It goes through these holes of rock, and then some near other fish. And hey, there's an octopus, and then. Well, maybe not an octopus because it doesn't fit in there, but lots of other small fish. Okay, so like tiny or smaller, and lots of sea plant, and very vibrant in color, and it's really mesmerizing and beautiful.
Well, I don't think a dragon's in there. There's nothing but a bunch of cool stuff. It looks great. but I don't see any bronze dragons.
Well, the spell that I cast indicated that this dragon, if it's there, is not in its natural form.
Oh, well, in that case, most likely the place. Because the dragon I can't see, but I do see a lot of other fish and stuff.
Do you see a
So-
board?
No, you don't.
I don't. Well, also don't see any treasure. So maybe
Lars?
it's hidden by some sort of glamour.
Right. Lars, what are your thoughts on how she may have disguised herself for her lair?
Could be magic, could be her innate ability. I don't know, but I'm getting restless.
Why don't we let Lars go down there and just knock on the door?
You see Lars swallowing, kind of nervous.
We've tiptoed around it long enough.
I've been
We
waiting
knock on the
for
door.
I've been waiting for long years for this moment,
If not decades.
if not decades. Yeah.
Decades,
Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, mate.
All
Take
right.
your moment.
Lars takes a deep breath.
Says
In a very loud voice, which I'm not going to shout right now because the kids are sleeping, probably. But
Go ahead, Willie Badger.
Oh, Srimus, dear John, great ancestor of mine. It is I, Ferromelars, your grandson calling with the deepest of
Respect?
respect, with the deepest respect.
Okay, roll a charisma persuasion check for me, please. Make it with advantage, because you know how.
Can I cast guidance on him?
Yes, you can.
so D4
That's D4. Yeah,
persuasion.
with advantage, 'cause you know the house
Mayra
rules.
puts knowing the trepidation that Lars is experiencing, and finally having his lifelong wish and reaching out. Mayra's gonna put her hand on her shoulder and give him guidance to help keep his voice and will
Oh, that's
steady.
sorry, that's wrong because the D4 is not supposed to be there. Right, so minus, take out the D4. I rolled the D4 separately.
It's a beautiful spell.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Plus
And
the
the
D4.
D4. So D4. That's
18, right?
18.
Plus modifier.
Jeez.
It's already
Charisma?
included.
What you
Was
rolled
included.
Didn't you roll a 16 plus 2? I'm sorry. I don't remember now actually.
What are you fussing
13
at?
plus 3.
30
Plus
plus. Okay, so that's 18.
But I use my dice.
Inspiration? Go ahead.
Yeah, inspiration.
Okay, let's stick with the 18, right?
Let's stick with it.
You're a nice DM. So, what happens? You shout. You all, Nair, Rex, and Co. They move a bit aside so that you're in front of these fishers.
Begging forgiveness.
And
waiting for
you are speaking in Draconic. I don't know who besides Rex understands it. And you try to sound confident but humble, respectful but also stable and confident. You know, like you don't disappoint your grandma. And then there is silence, and then soon through these fissures, lots of cardinal fish just come forth, and it's masses of cardinal fish, and they all start to swirl around you, and they move to the other side, not where Mare, Rax, and Joe is, but to your other side, and from these cardinal fish you see, well, you don't even know which cardinal fish. It's just from a very small starting shape, very quickly a huge ancient bronze dragon grows out of one of the cardinal fish, polymorphing back to its original shape. I show you in a moment.
Bowing deep.
Deep, super deep.
Super duper deep.
And
Yeah, bowing.
folding the wings back.
It is Srai Mordirjan. A huge bronze dragon. She's gargantuan. What are these?
Yeah.
She's gargantuan. She's gargantuan in size, and around her neck is a necklace made out of metal with all kinds of gemstones embedded into it, basically wearing her hoard. And she, with her piercing eyes, looks at you. You are like a little puppy compared to her.
Aww.
Hopefully that's her feeling
She
too.
sniffs, and the water she draws in through her nose, she leans closer, and in a very, very deep voice she says, I can smell the blood of Thelarmas in you. She sniffs again, looks at, of course, behind you at April, Rax, and Co. And then looks back at you and says, you are my kin. I can smell my bloodline. What is your name? And why did you wake me up?
My name is Ferromelars, and I've been looking for you for long, long decades, seeking my parents, whom I don't know.
Of course you don't. And she, for a moment, she becomes a bit angry. You can see it in her eye. Of course you don't. Even, some lightning crackles on her teeth, between her teeth. And she roars and she says, Your father, your grandfather, your grandfather. You don't know me, and you don't know your parents because your grandfather abandoned you, just like he abandoned me.
I'll try to convey regret and how sorry I am.
Yeah.
My search has been for naught. But I am glad to have met you.
I'm trying to look for if you can help for information here. Sorry. About Telarmas.
Because of Arden, the Lord Erdvita's dragon friend
Yes, but
Arden.
where is this written in this? I mean, I read it and I don't find.
It's 267 top.
Yeah, 267. Oh, in the background. Okay, that's why.
It was hundreds of years ago.
So it was your grandfather Thelarmas abandoned our bloodline for a warm blood. Lord Erdvita's dragon friend, and as he says dragon friend, she's more sarcastic about it. Dragon friend Arden of the Arden clan traveled to the distant realms of Aglarian and never heard again. The pain of his betrayal still haunts my heart. And that is why Probably you have not heard about anything about your parents because he doesn't care about his bloodline, nor our offspring, your father and mother.
What were their names?
I don't even know their names. They were taken and he abandoned me and took the children, took my offsprings, the wormlings, and then fell for the charm of a warm blood. This is a disgrace to our family, which must be healed.
What can I do?
You must find, you
wrong?
must search, and you must find and seek the faith of Telarmas. And if you do that, if you promise to do that and bring news of his faith, I will promise to give you a favor in return.
Actually, I promise to do so. I vow.
And I kind of want to maybe like rub against her a little bit, you know, like her leg or something.
Okay, she pulls it away. She pulls her leg away.
Aww.
Don't act like a puppy you are. You're a wormling, and so you're like a wormling.
Somebody's got attachment issues.
There is something that me and my companions wish to inform you about.
She looks at all the rest of you again. Who are they? Are they dragon friends?
They are friends of dragons and my companions.
Like Arlen? Arden?
No, they saved my life.
Don't let them stir you away from the path and your promises to your lineage that you are about to make.
They will help our cause. They will promise.
I
Sniffs
switch.
into the water again.
I switch to common.
Mhm.
I say,
These companions of mine, Mayra, Rex, and Co. Sraimush Dirjan has just bid me to find my father, or to find news of my grandfather, and I implore your aid.
You're here.
Does that mean asking?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now swear on our treaty.
Will you help me fulfill this obligation to my grandmother?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would do anything for love.
Of course.
Thank you. I was just about to inform great Sraimus Dirjan of the troubles brewing in the Calais Sea.
What troubles are brewing in the Calais Sea that I don't know of? Is it Morgar taking over the Isles of Santoros?
Yes, Morgar has returned and has claimed the city of Arvanshi for his own.
I know
seeks.
he returned.
He
And
seeks necrotic powers. He seeks the knowledge of Arvanshi.
what
And
do
he
you
seeks
What
to
do
take
you
over
want?
the seas.
What
Also,
do you want from me?
we were seeking your aid against Morgar to finally put this beast and kill it. but also the Sahuagin swarm.
But also, she grows angry. You have one favor to ask. Don't be bold to push me, else I'll return to my slumber and forget about you and my mate Thelarmas and all the thoughts I've spent on his treachery and betrayal. Choose wisely. What will be the favor that you ask your grandmother for?
Okay. Well, I look back at the guys.
Well, here we are.
Well, the first thing you have to do for any favor to be granted is to find news of your father. So it doesn't. Is that? Did I understand that right?
No,
She's not gonna-
she's happy to lend the favor. She trusts him.
Oh, okay. So
Deliver
she's
the
willing to
news.
give us the favor now,
Yeah.
and she trusts that we will find the information. Okay, so we only have to commit to finding the information. We don't have to go find it and then come back. Okay. All right. So we need
Well, maybe.
potentially to be able to travel to the plane of positive energy, the realm of the Redeemer, if we're going to raise Ishara.
Mm-hmm.
Or we need her as an ally against Morgar. Or was the other thing? There was
The
three things.
Sahuagin.
It's
Against the
either
Sahuagin.
against the Sahugin or against Morgar. Because with Ishara, you know, she can come. I mean, you can ask her any kind of favor, but probably Ishara, you know, is not an underwater issue or whatever. I mean, you feel like, you know, finding a body on a battlefield, you don't probably need the.
No, it wasn't that. It's because we need to take the body to another plane. So we need someone who can plane shift.
Ah, okay, yeah. Well, you can ask her, but I think. Oops, she's gone. But I think we should do this session. I have time to decide, discuss, ponder on the possibilities
There you go.
of what to ask the favor from an ancient bronze dragon, luckily related to one of you directly.
I don't know what is going on with the stream today for me. Sorry about that.
No problem. So what I was saying is that I think we leave this to the next session, and you ponder about the possibilities and the options you have, and maybe I ask for your, as we always do, ask for your feedback or thoughts or takeaways, if any.
I want to give some major kudos to the artwork. I mean, I know we always talk about the story
Of
and
the dragon?
Yeah, but
It is AI generated, honestly.
It's still really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, kudos to all the AI out there, but all the
Okay.
extra illustrations I'm trying to bring in here, but the guy is not. He's been in the wand. He's been drawn as was the map. But I just wanted to. Always want to illustrate as much as possible, so you guys get the feel of it.
Well, hats off to Chat GPT.
It is amazing what these robots can do.
Hats off to the artist that inspired
That inspired
I created.
Yeah, exactly. So hats off to all the artists who ChatGPT stole from.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I did-
it just tells you. I know that sometimes I can write if there's 12 fingers. I can usually tell.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I'm obviously not one of those people who can look at something and go, "Oh my
It's
god."
hard to tell now.
Yeah, I thought. Well, you have, because we have seen a lot of the artwork that, you know, the artists and stuff that you use have
Yeah.
created. So I just assumed, yeah, you had somebody. Anywho, sorry.
No problem.
But
I
you did
did
a great
love-
job then. Thanks for bringing the visual.
I did love that with the necklace, I loved how you said, and she's wearing her hoard. And I thought, wow, what a very cool thing for a dragon to do, to go beyond. Yeah, I have my hoard that I'm next to, but like it's on me, like it adorns
Yeah,
me.
and
I love that.
the idea is that she can polymorph into a beast and humanoid,
Mhm.
and this is infused in the form, so she can always carry the hoard and wear it basically. Wherever.
So now, when we see a nice, an older lady or whoever wearing a necklace like that, we'll be like,
Yeah. Watch out. But it's in her form, so the cardinal
"Don't
fish
trust this one."
didn't wear it. Yeah. So there's a lot to think about, or at least two options to think about for the next session. And I hope you enjoyed today's session. And oops, I'm sorry.
I want to say I loved Lars approaching the cave and this conversation with the grandmother, and that she, find your grandfather. I love that.
That
so
bastard
much.
who left me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, that grandfather is in Crown of the Oathbreaker, but maybe April knows about that. Or she has to look. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for playing. Thanks to everyone for watching. We'll continue next week. Thanks to John, April, and Joe, who are running twice the dice on YouTube, playing Crown of the Oathbreaker, where somebody related to Thelamars will appear, and Rex or Joe doesn't know it yet. I don't want to spoil it. Please visit their channel, watch them play. They're fun people to watch and to play with as well. And please check out elderbrain.com if you're interested in Torrents of the Spellhoarder and Crown of the Oathbreaker, or maybe our new upcoming book, Scepter of the Lightbringer. And please also subscribe to our channel, because we'll continue. Meet us on Discord, and let's have fun next week again. Thank you so much.
See you guys.
See you guys. Bye bye.